2025 gave us some cute shows, a few bangers, and a whole lot of "hey, maybe later." But winter 2026 is standing outside your house with a sledgehammer yelling, "Open up, we brought content." This lineup is so stacked, it looks like every studio coordinated a group attack. Let's dive into the top 10 most anticipated anime of winter 2026-10. Yūsha Party wa Kiyōbinbō. Our MC isn't the chosen one, the legendary hero, or the reincarnated super prodigy. He's the support guy, the one doing the calculations, keeping the party alive, planning the strategies. Basically the only adult in the group, but he gets kicked. Why? Because the party doesn't understand how much he does. A painfully realistic situation. What makes the show so enjoyable is the aftermath. He doesn't revenge spiral, he doesn't turn edgy, he doesn't form a harem by accident, he simply chooses a quiet, productive life. And the storytelling works because his progression is grounded. He improves through consistent work skills, build naturally. World building unfolds at a gentle pace, side characters develop alongside him. It's a fantasy that rewards patience and intelligence, not brute force. A perfect opener to balance the heavier titles later. 9. Hell Mode. Hell Mode is the definition of earned power. Alan gets the worst skill set imaginable. Not quirky or secretly broken, just plain bad. The system is stacked against him from day one, but instead of giving up, he treats the world like an RPG and dedicates himself to the grind. His slow rise from bottom tier to top tier is one of the most rewarding progressions in modern isekai. Key appeal points. The world has real rules and limitations. Grinding has weight and payoff. Progression isn't instant. Every improvement is believable. Battles rely on planning, not raw stats. This show hits especially hard for anyone who likes progression fantasy, incremental growth, detailed leveling systems, protagonists that earn their strength. If JC staff executes the power scaling properly, Hell Mode will be one of the season's most satisfying watches. 8. Hell's Paradise Season. Toshii Tier 2 Season 1 set the foundation. Season 2 expands the world dramatically. Gabimaru's journey continues into deeper territory. Stronger tension, higher stakes, new philosophies about death and immortality. This season's storytelling focuses on internal conflict between survival and morality, loyalty between characters in a hostile environment, the shifting power dynamics as secrets unfold. Visually, Mappa appears to have tightened the choreography and refined the monster designs. Expect cleaner movement, improved color, grading, more fluid transformations, richer environment detail. The world of Shinsenkyo grows more dangerous, and characters move from survive to understand, making this season much more thematic and plot-driven. It isn't just action, it's myth, psychology, and tension wrapped together. 7th Misanthropic Teacher in Demihuman Classroom. This show stands out because it blends supernatural comedy with surprisingly sharp writing. The teacher's cynicism isn't exaggerated for laughs. It's rooted in experience frustration, realistic burnout. He sees through nonsense instantly, which contrasts perfectly with the unpredictable demi-human students he's forced to guide. The show works because each student represents a mythological species with personality-driven traits. Episodes often present moral or social problems hidden inside fantasy scenarios. The humor is character-based, not random noise. This isn't simple classroom chaos, it's dry wit meets supernatural unpredictability. Expect a mix of clever dialogue, chaotic situational comedy, and heartfelt teacher-student growth disguised under sarcasm. 6. The Invisible Man and His Soon-to-Be Wife. This anime is built on emotional subtlety. The Invisible Man's curse affects every part of his life, not for comedy, but as a metaphor for loneliness and being overlooked. His aim, the exorcist who can see him, becomes his first point of human connection, his emotional grounding, and eventually someone who shifts his worldview completely. PA Works elevates the story through expressive micro animations, gentle glow effects, soft, warm backgrounds, quiet emotional beats. This isn't a dramatic romance. It's calming, tender, and deeply introspective. The story explores finding visibility, self-worth, the comfort of being understood, healing through companionship. Expect one of the season's most emotionally satisfying and visually beautiful romances. 5. You and I Are Polar Opposites. This rom-com succeeds because it avoids the usual cliches. The extroverted girl isn't a manic pixie stereotype. She's a genuine character with her own anxieties and flaws. The introverted boy isn't a shy trope. He's thoughtful, introverted by nature, and trying to figure life out. Their interactions feel natural, not manufactured instead of forced misunderstandings. The show builds chemistry through quiet moments, honest conversations, subtle expressions, awkward yet meaningful gestures. The series excels at grounded romance. It showcases how two people can connect despite completely different personalities. Not magically, but gradually. This show is going to dominate the rom-com category simply because it feels real. Yūsha 4. Into the clear moonlight dusk, Cloverworks continues to raise the visual standard for romance anime. This series focuses heavily on identity, perception, and self-worth. The princely girl struggles with societal expectations, gender presentation, the burden of admiration, loneliness behind a strong image. Ichimura, the boy who sees her true self, provides a quiet counterbalance. Their dynamic is thoughtful, nuanced, and emotionally layered. Visually, the anime will shine through. Soft gradients, moonlit scenes, expressive character acting painterly backgrounds. The narrative pacing is gentle but compelling, focusing on internal change rather than external drama. This is romance as art, minimalistic, elegant, and emotionally precise. 3. The Darwin Incident. This is one of the boldest anime adaptations of the year. The premise alone carries weight. A half-human, half-chimpanzee raised in society becomes the center of ideological conflict. The show digs into ethical dilemmas, prejudice, political manipulation, identity formation, moral gray zones. Charlie's perspective brings a fresh lens to common social issues, one that forces viewers to confront uncomfortable truths. The series is not action first, it's tension first. Scenes are built on subtle expressions, slow burn suspense conversations that escalate ideological clashes, character-driven stakes. It's a smart, gripping narrative that respects the intelligence of the viewer. Expect this to be Winter 2026's most discussed non-shonen series. 2. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. This is the season fans have been waiting for. The Culling Game arc. The arc balances massive action sequences, high-risk battles, evolving cursed techniques, political shifts in the Jujutsu world, emotional and psychological weight. Every character gets pushed to their limit. Every fight has narrative consequence. Every reveal changes the story's direction. Key highlights include Higuruma's terrifying introduction, Maki's turning point, Hakari's domain, expansion showcase Yuji's evolving emotional state, Megumi's darkest chapters. Mappa's animation style fits the arc's chaos, fluid martial arts, destructive energy effects, kinetic camera movement, detailed character expressions. Season 3 will not only break the internet, it'll redefine what peak shonen looks like. 1. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End Season 2. This is the crown jewel. Season 1 delivered near-perfect pacing, award-winning visuals, deep emotional resonance, quiet but powerful storytelling. Season 2 adapts the first-class mage exam, one of the strongest arcs in the manga. This arc blends strategic battles, character evolution, rich world-building, emotional reflection, magical creativity. Frieren's brilliance is subtle. The show doesn't force emotion. It lets it build naturally through small gestures, remembered moments, meaningful silences. Scenes that breathe Madhouse's animation style suits this tone perfectly. Minimalistic when needed, breathtaking when it matters. Season 2 is expected to be visually stunning, thematically powerful, emotionally devastating. There's a reason it's #1 Frieren isn't competing. Frieren is leading, and that's the full lineup. Winter 2026 is shaping up to be an unbelievable season. A mix of high-impact sequels, emotional masterpieces, and ambitious new adaptations. Tell me which anime you're most excited for. Drop it below, and don't forget to subscribe, because Winter 2026 is about to take over everything.